I'm Jacobet and I'll be taking the introductory part and introduce our topic, state the purpose of our presentation and state the theory, and also say who developed the theory and why this theory is important to the SBC system in Papua New Guinea. So the purpose of our presentation is to demonstrate and explain our understanding of how curriculum theories like progressivism theory can influence and have an impact on the standard-based education in Papua New Guinea. And most importantly, to make it known to others what progressivism theory in Papua New Guinea. Therefore, as students, we choose progressivism theory, which is a student-centered theory where the learning begins with the learner. This theory was developed by John Dewey, an American philosopher, psychologist, and educational reformer. We choose this theory because it empowers learners in different schools in Papua New Guinea to take ownership of their education, and also because the theory is based on cultural relevance, where lessons learned are rooted in local knowledge and identity, which honors our traditions as Papua New Guineans. Thank you.
Greetings, my name is Chiel Petro. Uh, I'll be analyzing the progressivism theory. So, progressivism theory has 3 points to discuss. The first one is I will explain the key principles that are in the progressivism theory. And the first principle is based on the learning centered education. So, the child comes first and not the textbook. In learning centered education, the child learn more. Artists only become the guide, not the bosses. They help students find answers instead of giving students all the answers. In that, they don't spoon feed the students, but students learn more from themselves. The second key principle is experiences and activity. Or experience and activity. Students learn best when they do real things. And this means they do things like projects, experiments, group work, and research on problem solving. Books are used, but practices are more important because when students do things, they remember the best and it improves their hidden skills. The other one is critical thinking. So progressivism teaches students how to think critically, not what to think. Students ask questions, test their ideas, and solve real life problems by doing, as we said earlier. So the fourth key principle is education for democracy. Schools should prepare students to live and work in the community. Students learn cooperation, respect, and how to improve the society. As Devi quoted, education is not preparation for life, but education is life itself. Our second point is how progressivism theory inform curriculum design and implementation. So progressivism changes the curriculum. It reflects fixed notes for every child in PNG. In PNG standard-based, in Papua New Guinea standard-based education, the curriculum uses trends that ask students to show their God-given skills. For design, topic must be flexible and linked to real life, like gardening, SME, and clan peace. For implementation, teachers stop lecturing and start guiding students. Lessons use projects and community as classroom. Assessment checks what students can do, not just what students just can remember. The third point is on the providing examples of standard-based education in PNG. I have few examples. I mean, just two examples to provide here. As we can see, progressivism directly connected to standard-based education. So the example I provided is like in grade 6, standard-based education says students must plan, write, and present a report on a community issue. So in order for students to present the issue, they carry out interview to the community members or elders and present their findings. As you can see, this is learning by action or doing. In agriculture, students plant a garden, school garden, measure growth and record result. The garden is the classroom. So we can see students doing things, not just reading or writing, but they are doing things. So progressivism fits with standard-based education because both want students who can do things for our country, not just pass the exam. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Manase Kenji. I'm going to talk about the application of progressivism theory to standard-based education in Papua New Guinea. Progressivism, with its emphasis on experimental learning, critical thinking, and the role of education in fostering a vibrant democratic society, significantly influences the philosophy, structure, and delivery of social and educational learning in Papua New Guinea. Under the influence of progressivism, standard-based education promotes a learner-centered approach where students are encouraged to engage with real-world issues through collective activities and problem-solving exercises. This aligns with PNG's diverse cultural context, where local knowledge and community experiences can be integrated into the curriculum, enabling students to relate their learning to their environment. The progressivism emphasizes on adapting education to meet the needs of students and can also encourage the development of flexible teaching strategies that consider and verify backgrounds and language in Papua New Guinea. However, the application of progressivism in PNG faces both relevance and challenges in the current reform context as the country grapples with issues related to access to education, resource limitation, and regional regional disputes. Implementing progressive methods may be structural constraints, while progressivism empowers teachers to innovate and adapt. Many educators may lack the training or resources to effectively implement this approach in their classroom. This raises concerns about consistency in the delivery of standard-based education across different regions. Additionally, policymakers need to balance progressive educational ideas with the realities of educational equality and cultural relevance, ensuring that realities of educational equality and cultural relevance, ensuring that inclusivity is at the heart of the curriculum design. Thus, while the strengths of progressivism, such as fostering critical thinking and personal agency, which are beneficial for teachers and learners, its limitation in resource-limited settings call for pragmatic adaptation to educational policies that resonate with the unique challenges of Papua New Guinea.
I am Ismail Joe and I'll summarize the video. In conclusion, progressivism theory by John Dewey focuses on learning-centered education, learning by doing, thinking skills, and preparing students for real life. From the analysis and applications, we see that the theory fits well with Papua New Guinea standard-based education,
because it helps students learn through real activities like projects, gardening, and small business works. And it, it is not just memorizing notes. This theory can help improve curriculum development and teaching in Papua New Guinea by making lessons more practical and flexible. And also it connects to students' culture and daily lives. Teachers become guides and students take part in activity learning. However, challenges like lack in resources and training must be improved. Overall, progressivism can help and make education in Papua New Guinea useful, meaningful, and effective.